Every player in Apex Legends will get to the stage that they realise is their breaking point, whether it's 5, 10 or even 50 games before they finally decide that they just aren't going to tolerate the unfair beatdowns any longer from the matchmaker and they're forced to choose at the crossroads of despair. Do I give up on my chances of victory and leave this game, or wait and see if my teammates can clutch it even though they never backed my play? So what's the point? Why should I give them a moment longer of my time? My name's Ragtank, the greatest gutter-tier gamer on the face of this earth, and today my teammates lost their faith, and while they took the turn for Netflix at the crossroads, I kicked that sign down and made my own path, and it all started with a drop into Cascade Falls. I lost out on the R99 to the superior reflexes of our Seer, but it was only moments later that another would appear at the top of the stairs, and it was just as well, because a bamboozler was about. Alright, yeah, he downed me, but he also had a purple shield, so I wasn't going to sit there and offer myself as a sacrifice to the Vanity King. It was survival at all costs. That was our mission of the day. A shield swap badly needed, and my squad bunkered down as if protecting my recovery, which was just as well because Revenant was knocking on our door as well as that Mirage.
I see an opponent here.
Yeah, you think he bamboozled me, do you? Well, maybe I just didn't want to see Mirage's smug face anymore. How about that? Okay, I didn't have a clue. Well, we'd identified 2 of our enemies, but who was the 3rd? Ah yes, Loba. It seemed as if she had strayed from the pack, and while wolves can be dangerous, I was the shepherd of this flock, ready to put my crooked Mozambique to work. 3v2, we had the advantage now, but as I'd already been deleted by Mirage before, nothing could be taken for granted.
Wings up. Enemy in sight.
Oh, when I found you were going to be sticking something in your bamboozle, mate. Running low on light ammo, I tried to find more, but my teammates found Mirage first, and Bangalore had had enough, dropping an airstrike on all of our heads. With the real Mirage finally down, that left us with Revenant, and while he chose to hide to await a banner recovery, I didn't want to face this team again, so this was a merciless manhunt.
Wings up.
Revenant's desperate punch reminded me of my own flailing panic when seeing a full squad of 3 dive right onto me, and while it provided more amusement than it should have, my only thought right now is to fire up the jets and propel us to our next battle. Perhaps to the Jurassic Park enclosure where beasts await the... never mind. A hungry team heard our battle and wanted some action, so it was only polite to acquiesce to such a request. Bangalore downed to an incoming squad is exactly why I play Valkyrie these days, because hiding on top of buildings is becoming somewhat of a speciality of mine.
Reloading. Taking fire.
Fighting 2 teams simultaneously would have to be done with extreme care, especially with limited ammo, and I was tempted to make a break for the crafting station just to see if I'd get away with it. Keeping that enemy off the opposite roof gave Sia the chance he needed to pull Bangalore back to her feet, and then the commotion inside gave me cause to get off my high horse and get involved. This was absolutely ridiculous. What could I do now? Both teammates down and 7 bullets left with the R99? I was joking before about the crafter, but at this point I could never be more serious. I hope those 2 squads were locked in combat because I was going for it regardless of the cost.
Crafting over here. Oh, my mother would love hearing this in. Taking fire.
Eventually I came to my senses though and decided to go for the banners. I simply wasn't good enough to guarantee I'd be the last man standing anyway. The respawn beacon was close by and our squad was back in with a chance of victory, but the problem with resurrecting teammates close to a battle is that the battle will likely come to us quicker than we would have liked. So with that in mind, I took a huge risk.
Alert 5, Valkyrie on station, we are go for burn.
Spotted.
Unless you have your own set of under fire.
And it paid off. See ya, suckers! Off to Jurassic Park we went, and I scraped together a tiny amount of ammo, which, let's face it, I was badly gonna need, as I've got a habit of missing pretty much every shot I take. Like, say for example, here. 54 bullets fired, 9 damage scored. I'm a living legend, but then this game took an unexpected turn. Gibraltar's ultimate now would be a terrible time to get greedy on that death box. But apparently Seer believed he was ordnance proof. Well, guess we debunked that myth. As I healed with 0 light ammo to my name and 14 shotgun shells, I was glad that at least Bangalore still lived. I had to say it, didn't I? And of course they leave. Yeah, oh well, in came the 3-stack to finish me off. Don't give up on me yet, Seer. I can turn this around and have us home for dinner by the time round 3 closes.
Ammo. I'm out of light ammo.
Disgusted with being thirsted a second time, Seer quit. My miraculous escape had come to nothing. For what good is it to escape your aggressors only to be abandoned by your allies when you could still bring them hope, bring them a second resurrection for an even sweeter victory? But no, here I was again, all by myself, experiencing the bitter taste of solo queue. And as the round began to close, my belief in myself was shaken, and the insistence to hold on to the R99, it needed to end. So at the last minute, I laid it down and got myself a Volt. But as the ring burned through me, a feeling of deja vu from the last video washed over my barely functioning cerebrum. Wait, no, we're not doing a rerun of that little number, at least not back-to-back videos, but surviving that potential demise gave me a small confidence boost, and a firefight was erupting in front of me, so I had to bide my time for the perfect moment to put myself in the middle of it. 4 squads became 3, and all we needed to do was third-party this to perfection.
Under fire.
But of course it never works out that way. It was that Gibraltar I downed before. Yeah? Well, you want to fight me so bad, Gibby? Fine. Follow me, pal. I'll take you to my other enemies.
Make sure seat backs, tray tables, and automatic weapons are in their full upright positions.
I'm not swapping onto a white. We'd risk that battery.
Wings out.
was just down to me and the Gibraltar, but I'd already beaten him before, so if we just got this shield battery up, then we could... You know what, sometimes I imagine a pro player watching one of my videos and asking why anyone would do this to themselves willingly. And I'll tell you why, because for me, the action is the juice, and I'm all in.
Hold on tight. Wings up.
I was really hoping for my teammates to come and join me at this point. Oh well, into the fray we go.
Wings up.
Turned out that an enemy squad burst into the train station and smashed Bangalore right in the AFK. I am once again asking for your support in the comments section. Never mind, I'll take Loba's carry instead. This game was off to a strange start as we were divided and almost conquered on our first skirmish, but I was determined to show my teammates that our unification was everything to me. I blasted off into the sky to get Bangalore back into the fray, but most of all, I didn't want them to leave because I was quite frankly getting sick of that at this point. Having learned our lesson about teamwork making the dream work, we headed to Fragment West to see what all the fuss was about, and as it would happen, this next encounter would end with me pulling a scumbag move. My aiming really is quite special. You can't learn that on Kovacs, can you?
Reloading.
Shot in the back. That Wraith would be escaping for now.
Double timing it. Wings up.
Bye-bye, Caustic. You know, my experience of a Wraith using a jump pad on my head has never really been a good one.
We got another squad extending to engage.
Until now. But there was still time for me to get destroyed yet.
Wings.
Ash went for the banners. A bold move. Well, they were smart enough not to resurrect on the top there and likely long gone by now. But I suppose if you take Valkyrie as your legend, you've got some extra, well, let's just say options at your disposal.
Got one on standby, ready for burn. Go for burn. What's wrong with you?
Dust of the last one. Get some.
I felt like an absolute scumbag, flying around in the face of that ash, knowing they were going to get blown up by a team of 3 landing on their head, and the worst part about it, my teammates' response was this.
You got my respect for this move.
I decided to purge myself in fire for a little while, and we made our way to Lava Siphon for our sins, but instead of punishment, I found a golden car SMG and a red body armor, but better than that, the beautiful sounds of combat, and with only 4 squads left, getting involved was now our top priority. But Bangalore needed, well, a little nudge. Come! Whoops, caps lock was on, right? Fight.
Burn is a go.
As we landed, the battle ended. But guess who had the high ground?
Painless knocking at the door.
Go. Enemy down. 30 seconds.
Well, someone from that team had either escaped or was never there to start with, and knowing solo queue in Apex Legends, let's face it, we all know which one it was here. Hello there. So, a solo and potentially a full team with our final battle poised to take place in Harvester.
45 on the clock. We're not alone, Shields.
There was a lot of open ground here, and couple that with the fact that I am prone to standing still with the rampage, not a great combination. Our enemies thought us weak and closed in for the kill.
Wings out.
I was hurt bad here, but if I could just heal up, perhaps this time we could walk this game all the way home.
Recharging my body. Double my shield to recharge.
Woo! Thanks, Bangalore. I had zero chance of knocking that Valkyrie.
Fire!
Hey, no one by the third party.
Put the light down with it.
Reloading.
Reloading.
Now's a good time to warn you that I dropped a few frames after taking this jump pad. Only happens when my aim is actually decent. Can't let that be shown on YouTube though, can we? Oh no, because... Oh wait, yeah, we won. Go team! And it just goes to show you that... Actually, it doesn't show you anything really, but no, wait, it does. If you got a team of 3, you will sometimes win, and your life will feel like it has meaning for a brief moment until you queue again and face the revenge of the matchmaker for defying its intent to keep your win rate in the gutter. Hope you enjoyed the video. Catch you in the next one. Later!